1976 Washington quarters, also known as the bicentennial quarter. In this video, I'm going to go over what these coins are, how much the ones that you have are worth, and what to look for to make sure you don't accidentally spend one of these really rare quarters. Now, what a lot of people don't know about the bicentennial quarter is back when they started producing them, people were so hyped up over this coin that they started hoarding them as they thought they'd be very rare and valuable one day. At first, they didn't produce that many, but later on, they just absolutely minted these to the floor. Now, to start off, there are two types of coins that are very important to understand the difference between. So 1976, you're going to have a silver coin, which has a metal composition of 60% copper, 40% silver, and that weighs 6.25 grams. And then you have the copper Clad coin, which is 75% copper, 25% nickel, and weighs 5.67 grams. I'm going to tell you why that's important later in this video, but let's start with this first coin. It is a San Francisco issued coin. You can see that by the mint mark on the front bottom right hand side of the coin. This one was graded by a grading company called PCGS, and they graded it at a mint state 68. This coin is indeed a silver coin, and you can tell that by the weight of the coin and also looking at the edge of the coin. You'll see it is a solid color. That is one way to tell if you have a coin like this. Now, the grade is really important, obviously, so hold on to your coin very carefully. Do not damage it, because that will decrease the grade, therefore decreasing the value of your coin. Someone was able to sell this coin on Heritage Auctions for $74. Alright, then we get into the proof coins. So a proof coin essentially is a coin that was manufactured in a way with a higher powered machine done one by mint employees. These pieces are more like presentation pieces, and also later on in US history they started giving these as products and selling them individually, so pretty much for collector items, whereas back in the day they were more presentation pieces to show higher ups exactly what a coin should look like in perfect condition. Proof coins are typically able to achieve the perfect grade of 70 much easier than normally minted coins. This coin got the perfect grade of 70 and it sold for $149. Alright, moving on to a Clad coin. Here we have a bicentennial 25-cent Washington quarter from 1976. No mint mark. That means this is a Philadelphia issued coin. It was graded by NGC at a mint state 67 plus. This coin sold for $264. Now this is where it starts to get a little bit serious here. $1,740. Now this is a Denver issued coin. You see that by the D mint mark on the front. This in a high grade is the coin you want to be looking for. NGC graded it at a mint state 68. Now I do want to let you know that getting a grade like this is really challenging. In this high of a grade, not everyone can achieve this grade very easily, but someone was able to do it, and it's a bit counterintuitive. You would think that the silver coins would bring more money, and that's not always the case. Me personally, I always tell collectors to look out for these silver coins because they inherently have a more valuable base value than the copper Clad coins because of that silver inside. Me personally, I do look for the silver coins. It's always fun finding silver. Regardless, collectors want to get their hands on highly graded examples of these coins, and this one sold for $1,740. Alright, this coin sold for a staggering $8,400, and I'm going to tell you what to do if you come across a coin like this one, and then I'm going to tell you what to look for on this coin that made it so valuable. So if you do come across a very rare coin like this one I'm showing you right now, these are the steps that we recommend. First of all, a great starting point if you have not done so already is we made a completely free coin and currency ebook. You can get that down below. That's pretty much going to help you understand the basics, and it's a good reference point. You can print it out if you want. It's completely free. The next thing that we recommend is making sure you visit at least 3 different coin shops, or you can send them photos if they allow that. And the reason I say 3 is because you want to make sure that everyone is telling you relatively the same thing. If you go to 3 shops and they all tell you that your coin is not worth getting graded, they say it's not worth money, then they're probably telling you the truth. But it's a good starting off point, and just understand that there's a high probability that what you have is actually not rare. I always want to set expectations very clearly because people watch videos like ours and think, oh my gosh, I have a coin worth $8,400, just like this one on the screen. Now let's say that you do have a coin like this, and the coin shop says, hey, I'll offer you $1,000. There's a few ways you can go about it. First of all, if you want to get rid of it quickly, sell it to the coin shop. That's fine. You just might take a haircut of 20 to 50% of that value, which is fine if you want to get rid of it quickly. The other option you have is trying to find a end user or pretty much a collector that wants to get their hands on your item. That can take a lot of time and effort and stress and a lot of things that come with selling an item like this. Or you could also reach out to heritage auctions and they'll help you if you have a valuable item. The big reason why this coin sold for so much money is because it is a DDO and it got graded by PCGS at a mint state 66. Now what's a DDO? Essentially it's a doubled die obverse. So the die that strikes the coins was doubled. That caused this doubling happening. This one's a bit challenging to see, but there are areas that are doubled indeed, and that is why it sold for $8,400. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to get your free coin and currency ebook down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.